sweet spot. I'm feeling good. The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm on the big stage.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to a Friday night live, a little different live on Friday night than what we usually do. A lot of times we come on, we play some games and we have some fun. But tonight we're going to talk to you about Elevate Academy. We have a very, very exciting course that we're getting ready to roll out to you. You've heard about Elevate Academy already, but we've got some new things we want to tell you about.
Yeah, we're really excited about this because this is a topic that everyone is talking about. This is a topic that everyone wants to know about. And it's a topic that is incredibly overwhelming and stressful for teachers. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. So we have brought on two of our Elevate featured speakers who are experts in this field, who are going to make this topic so much easier for all of us. I'm excited about this. I've been learning about this, for a few years now. I'm super excited about what we're about to announce to you because it's going to make me a better teacher, and I know it's going to help you and support you on your journey.
So before we hop into what we're getting ready to announce to you tonight, we wanted to let you know that you have seen Elevate Academy. You've heard us talk about Elevate Academy, and a lot of you still have questions about what Elevate Academy is. So I'm going to cover that really, really quickly, what Elevate Academy is. Elevate Academy is an umbrella of professional development that we are looking to roll out to you. There are going to be multiple different courses that are coming your way. The first course that you have seen so far is our 2023 conference series. The 2023 conference series simply encompasses all of the in-person sessions that we had in Nashville and in New England. So all of those sessions that everyone that came to our in-person conferences and saw, you can now see them virtually through Elevate Academy 2023 conference series. However, we are now announcing Elevate Academy Science of Reading with Jake Daggett and Holly Ehle. We cannot wait to show you guys what they have come up with. It's going to be a 10-month module for you. They have so much information, and they're going to come on and they're going to talk to you about that. They're going to tell you what to expect, and they're going to tell you how to sign up for it. It's very simple, elevatorclassroom.com, just like you've done everything else. So without further ado, let's welcome Holly Ehle and Jake Daggett. Thank you, guys.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Thanks so much, Greg and Jason, for the introduction. We are so excited to be here all under the same roof to announce this tonight. Again, we are going to be launching the Science of Reading course through Elevate Academy, and we're going to get right into what that's going to look like. We don't want to talk your ear off, so we'll go ahead and click to the next part where you can see exactly how the modules are going to kick off. So what we're super excited to show you is how we have crafted 10 modules to be spread out so that we can really delve into the topic of literacy science. Mm-hmm. So the beginning here, module 1, module 2, module 3, what you'll see here is in our Elevate colors, you'll see the titles of those modules. Now that's just a very small sneak peek into what we will dive into. Each module will feature this title, will be about a 45-minute to an hour recording, a session right at the top of that module. And then you'll see some other things in each module, including a research lab.
Which will include, for each module, it will run about 30 days, although you'll have continuous access for that. But then the second module will then push out. So every 30 days, you'll get a new module. So you will have our main topic, which you'll have a complete webinar session on, and then you will find basically a resource hub. So everything that we talk about, we will be providing like templates for lesson plans and classroom activities and different resources, which I think this is really important to mention, for TK, like pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade levels, because here at Elevate, we really specialize in those areas. So we want to assure you that no matter what grade level inside of our specialized group that you teach, that we are going to have, direct suggestions and applications on how you can bring whatever topic we have in that module to life in your classroom. So we'll have the resource hub. We'll also have a research lab. Those of you who know me know that I love research. And so we also know that several of you have such a desire to bring this to your school, but your schools might be a little hesitant. And so I often get requests through Elevate for research. And so everything that we share with you absolutely is going to be completely research-based and evidence-based. And so we're going to provide that research for you in case you need to go back to your district, your admin, and share that. But then I will every month be kind of giving you a little foundation on how our kids' brains are actually structured and how our kids learn, so that when we get to the topic, then I like to tease Jake and say that he's basically our put it into action person in such a good, fun, and engaging way. If you've never seen Jake present, you literally are going to be blown away. Your classroom instruction is amazing. So we'll have that. So we have the research lab, and the resource hub, which will include activities, templates, everything you need to put it into action.
And so that's what we're really excited to share with you. So the module 1, 2, and 3, you'll see is going to be the foundation of literacy science. So we're really going to set the scene there. We still will be including a lot of those early in the school year templates or resources that you might need when you're tackling that foundation, and making sure you have norms that we're going to then carry through all the modules. If we don't norm on that foundation, then we can't move forward. The second module will be the alphabetic principle with a speech to print approach. A lot of us hear speech to print. We know a little bit about speech to print. We'll delve into research that you can share with teammates on the research lab, resource hubs that you can use, and then of course you'll have that session as well.
And I just want to chime in here and say that I know that when I was making this shift from balanced literacy to like science of reading aligned instruction, that I was able to get my hands on a lot of great resource books, and even find some people on social media that specialize in tutoring students and things like that. But my struggle was finding like a literal classroom teacher that had 20 some kids in their class. I didn't know what this looked like in a full classroom. And I hope that what we're able to offer you, because we are in the classrooms, every single day, every single week, working with kids, we're going to be able to show you this is what it looks like in a whole classroom group. This is how centers are set up. This is what you do for assessments. So we really want to be that, basically kind of like that virtual science of reading coach for you.
Yes, indeed. And so we do know that, and not to talk your ear off, but we did want to give a preview to each module. So module 3, we do know that science of reading advocates often are questioned about their priorities of reading aloud and vocabulary. So we are excited to have module 3 dedicated to that. And Holly's going to show you then, once you finish those first 3 modules, we'll give you just a quick overview of the next 3 that then you would get to.
And again, let me remind you that these modules will roll out like basically every 30 days. So module 4 will be teaching phonological and phonemic awareness. We'll talk about what the difference is. We'll talk about all the brain science behind why it's so important to teach those things, and how it's going to connect to everything else that we're teaching you. Module 5 is going to be all about sound walls. A lot of people know a little bit about them, but don't understand how to put them into practice and use them really like as an anchor instructional tool. And we're going to share how to use that all the way from the pre-K level all the way to past second grade, really. And then module 6 will be the importance of sound to spelling activities, and we'll talk all about orthographic mapping. In this session, we're going to talk a lot about how we should really teach like those difficult, irregular, high-frequency words that a lot of people are referring to as heart words. We're going to explain all of that to you. So when you see a session here, you're going to understand why, the research behind it, and then instructionally what to do. And then we're going to give you all those necessary like key resources to get you to go back to the classroom tomorrow and put it into practice.
And as we wrap up the course, Module 7 is going to be a daily systematic phonics block. A lot of people ask us questions. How often do you do phonics? How long do you do phonics? When is it in the day? When is it in your ELA block? So this will not really go into the why for that, since we'll have covered that in our foundation. This really will be an example of what that block looks like with each necessary drill, then ending with the dictation. And Module 8, decodables versus leveled readers. Now, we're not going to give you a light overview with that. We're actually really going to dive into how you can still use both. And again, no shame in using both, but but just really nice for you to have some resources that'll obviously be with that module too, and where you can share about that.
And why you definitely need decodables, and we need rich literature too. And we're going to talk about how we do use absolutely both of those types, various types, but sometimes for different purposes. So that's really exciting. That's such a popular question I get.
And those will really go together, which is why, again, it'll be nice that your modules are not going to go away. As they come out, as you complete each 30 days, it'll be nice to be able to refer back to, even if you need to go back and grab a resource from the Resource Hub or research from the Resource Lab. Again, those will be in each module pertaining to the title you see there. Module 9 is related to 8. Guided reading to small skill groups. So that's going to be really great for you to even really take away a template for your small strategy groups. And we're going to talk a lot about how important it is for those to really change often and not be so set in leveled groups. Yes. And we do want to get to some questions before we run out of time. I know Jose, our champion, who helped us so much with this design, he does have a few questions for us. So the final module then is structured literacy centers versus seat work. So once we've been able to really discuss all of these, then when we've got the gradual release and we do have centers, that final module will be a really great way for you to see what is busy work and what is a structured way to practice something that I've been explicitly taught.
So in this last module, I think it's so important because we're going to take everything we've taught you in all the other modules and show you how those are the things that you're going to put to work in your centers for like practice work. So literally these are all like beautiful pieces that fit together so nicely in the puzzle. So just again, to kind of reiterate, module 1 will roll out, and then 30 days later, the next one will roll out for you, but you won't ever lose access to the ones that you've already had. So it's just like building upon, all the knowledge that we're presenting, right?
Yes, and so that's so exciting. Now, we are really excited to offer you, and I'm going to pop it over to Holly for this. Before we get going here, we do have a very exciting, and I'm going to step out of the way so everyone can see what we are going to be offering for these 10 modules that include the training, and then also that include the resource and the research. So before Jason pops back to answer any questions, Holly, do you want to just describe a little bit about these two numbers?
Sure. I don't know exactly if this was mentioned in the beginning, but one of the reasons that we decided to develop the science of reading, specialized track is that at the conferences this summer, we really got such incredible feedback, but probably the number one repeated comment was that teachers were so excited to do this, but they needed like more and continued support. And so we really got together and we're brainstorming and we're like, how can we do this? And so this is kind of what we put together. And as always, really elevate like our heart and our passions really are to serve and help teachers. So we wanted to make sure to be able to do it in a way that really is affordable, because we know darn well that a lot of teachers are paying this out of their pocket. And so, the regular price for all 10 modules in this course would be like $100. So if you break it down, it's pretty reasonable. But for one that signs up before the end we're offering you that bonus early bird price of $90. And one thing I don't know if we mentioned is that in addition to the sessions and the resources and the research, is every month we are going to offer on the third Thursday, right, of every month, we are going to be creating like a special kind of like exclusive that we can really grow a community in. Because one thing that we've always said at Elevate is that we don't want to be just the typical conference that's one and done. We literally are here to support you ongoing. We want to be that community for you. And so every third Thursday, Jake and I are going to be on to literally review, different concepts. Yeah. And then also just talk about anything that's going on in your classroom. This is going to be a safe space that anybody can share anything. You can, we'll give you opportunities to submit questions ahead of time. And we're just going to be there literally to support you. And that community group then will be open full time. So if you have questions any day, you can put them in there and we'll be popping in and answering. But then you guys, we hope we're going to create a community amongst yourselves too, because we certainly hope that we're going to see you in person next summer too.
Yes. And again, this is not anything you'd have to have memorized from this live. In addition to, just in a second, when Jason pops on, we're going to answer some questions. This is also all information you can find at elevateyourclassroom.com when you go to that Academy section. So this is not something you'd have to have memorized. We also, on other platforms, Instagram, will have a course model outline. One thing to say though is this is going to be your spot. So we'll just make sure you can see that one last time. Definitely want to look and think about what Jason and Greg said in the beginning. You're going to be going to that Academy area of the website so that you can be sure you're signing up for what you want to be signing up for. So without further ado, we do have some questions rolling in. So we want to invite Jason back up to answer those questions, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, y'all. Guys, I cannot tell you how freaking excited we are to bring Elevate Academy Science of Reading to you. Not only Science of Reading, but we have so many other things in store for you under Elevate Academy. It's all going to be virtual. You can enjoy it from the comfort of your home. That said, we do hope you'll join us in person. We do have 3 in-person conferences next year. We have Dallas, we have Phoenix, and we just recently announced Nashville. So we hope that you can join us in person and come join us at Academy, because with Academy, we're going to take some of those things that you learn in person and we're going to dive deeper. We're going to dive much, much deeper than what we have time in person. In person, we have an hour to talk to you, right? But with Elevate Academy, we can take something like the science of reading and we can dig into it and we can stretch it out and give you all the information, plus give you tons and tons of resources to go along with it, which is what Holly and Jake just explained to you. Now, I know there are some questions here. The first question is, how long will we have access to each module and do they expire? So you'll have access to the module from the time that you sign up. So here's how it works. So let's say I sign up September 15th. So next month on the 15th, I talked to my admin. My admin has said, yeah, you should take this course and I'll pay for it. So on September 15th, I go to elevateyourclassroom.com. I click on Academy. I choose the Science of Reading course and I sign up for Elevate Academy Science of Reading. I immediately get access to Module 1. I'll have access to Module 1 for 30 days. At the end of that 30 days, I get access to Module 2. Module 1 does not go away. You get access to Module 2. In another 30 days, you get access to Module 3. Module 1 and Module 2 does not go away. You simply added Module 3. Next month, you're going to add Module 4. When I say next month, really the next 30 days, right? Because it doesn't go by month. It goes by the date that you sign up. So from the date you sign up, you have access beginning with Module 1. At the end of the 30 days, you get access to Module 2. Module 1 doesn't go away. Does not expire during those 10 months. When it does expire, and I hope I'm not frozen for everyone. It looks like maybe I am.
I think you're fine.
Okay, good. So at the end of all the modules, right? So when you use Module 10, you're going to have 30 days access to Module 10. At the end of that 30 days, your access to the entire course is then complete. So you have completed the entire course for Elevate Academy. It's still freezing up here. Hopefully maybe not freezing up. I'm just going to keep going, and I think that's not happening. And if we need to, we'll back in and we'll cover these again. Is this a different group of sessions from Academy? Completely different. They are not related. Completely different. So Elevate Academy, as I explained at the beginning, and some of you I'm sure might not have seen that. Elevate Academy. Oh, it won't let me back up. So Elevate Academy is the umbrella. Under Elevate Academy, what you've signed up for so far is our conference sessions, right? So those are just what you've seen at our in-person conferences. Elevate Science of Reading is a completely different track, okay? So they are completely different sessions. Will this be the same as Elevate Virtual? No. Elevate Academy is not the same as Elevate Virtual. Elevate Virtual is its own virtual summer conference. So what we have created is multiple different ways for you to learn from Elevate. You can come to an in-person conference. You can join Elevate Academy, our conference. Guys, what did we say we were going to name our conference? We just named it earlier today. Elevate Conference
2023 Conference Series.
Conference Series. Yeah, I could not remember series. 2023 Conference Series. So if you join the 2023 Conference Series, then you get all of those in-person sessions, but you get to watch them from the comfort of your home. You can join Elevate Academy, Science of Reading, and you get these 10 modules. So they're all completely different. None of them are crossovers. Nothing is ever going to be a crossover, okay? That's just not what we're going to do. So anytime you register for any of these things, you're not getting a crossover. All right, so let's wrap this up. We've kept you long enough. Here's what you need to do. You need to go to elevateyourclassroom.com, click on Academy. You're gonna have a drop down. You're gonna choose Science of Reading course. Get signed up right now for only $90. Again, beginning September 1st, it's gonna go up to $100. Your access will begin on September 1st if you sign up between now and then. If you sign up anytime after September 1st, your access begins as soon as you pay, and you get access to Module 1. But go ahead and take advantage of that $90 now. ElevateYourClassroom.com, click on Academy, click on Science of Reading course, get signed up for $90, get your 10 modules with Jake and Holly. All right, I think that's it. I haven't seen any more questions come through. I think there might have been some tech issues. Maybe they resolved, maybe they didn't. That's life for us, right? No big deal. But we're always here to answer your questions. You can send us a direct message right here on Facebook. You can reach out to Holly or Jake, and they'll answer you as well. You can also always email us at contact@elevateyourclassroom.com. Again, that's contact@elevateyourclassroom.com, and we'll get back to you just as quickly as we can. Anything else, guys?
That's it.
All right.
I got my crew, I'll get you moving. It's what I do. The party's starting, it's going down.